Brandon in Valonia, Arizona. See more better with freeprescriptionlenses.com, and hopefully I pronounced that right. I mean this. No, I mean your town is a Valonia, and it's in a state called R. Hey, by the way, why are all pirate movies rated R? Okay, all right. Let's get on with the show, shall we? Anyway, see more better with freeprescriptionlenses.com. Call me Mo Better, because I may be seeing Mo Better, looking Mo Better. And I'm going to show everyone else how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses when I cut the new Transition Signature Generation 8 lenses with Crizal Avance for your Oakley 8046 color. What color is this? Color 03 Smoke Gray in the 55 eye size. Let me take everything out of the original packaging. Sorry, I'm tired. It's been a long day. Got up super early this morning, and it's been that way ever since. So, comes in the hard shell Oakley case. Inside is the Oakley cleaning cloth / carrying bag. Inside of it is the star of the show, the main attraction. It comes with 2 sleeves on the temples to protect itself during shipping, which I will put on there when I ship to you. But it is the Oakley AirDrop, color 03, the Smoke Gray, which is actually one of the best-selling colors. Really, really cool color. That's translucent gray. And of course, this is the 8046 AirDrop, color 03, the Smoke Gray, 55 eye size, and of course they call this gray shadow. So I'm going to pop out the original demo lenses, one of which says Oakley. Put that in the case. You're going to receive all the manufacturer's original packaging. Place the frame into the tracing element of my blocker. I need to barcode the shape in there, so years from now, should you ever need new lenses for this frame, I can mail them right to your home, and you'll be able to put them in when you see how I do it. So, job ID number in 1982. Hit start. A little stylus is going to pop up and go around and trace the inside bevel of the right side of the frame before doing the same thing on the left. Here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed in quality. You buy genuine, authentic Oakley frame, and you'll receive 1 free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipt has my federal ID tax number, so if you have vision insurance or unused health savings account money, you will be reimbursed for this purchase, whether they are prescription or not. And I should preface by saying I am an authorized Oakley dealer, but I am told that as a small independent optician, I'm legally not allowed to post the pictures of the frames with prices on my website. But as an authorized dealer, if there's a frame you want, just email me. Click on the link below and that'll tell you how to do it. But just email me the model number, the size, and color you want, and I'll make it happen. That's what Brandon did. So click on the link below in the description, and all of this can happen for you. What else was I going to say? I guess that's it. Okay, so what else was I going to say? I'm tired. That's what I was going to say. Anyone out there ever been tired before? So, all right, so your pupillary distance is 68. The computer starts at 32.4. I'm going to hit the tap button a few times till we get to 34. I want to raise the optical center height up to 19. Let me write that down, 19. And now I can get your lenses prepped, one of which is plus 75, minus 175 at 10. Ooh, there it is, plus 75, minus 175 at 10. I panicked there. Let me take everything out of the original packaging as it comes to me. Now it also comes with a little laminate on the front of the lens that protects the lens during shipping so that nothing rubs against it during that. Take that off and add to my collection. I've done this once or twice before. Put the power drum, let's see, come on down here. Put the axis wheel on 10. Make sure everything is on 0, and it is. Put the power drum on plus 75 in the black. Rotate the lens until the spherical component comes into view first. Check the astigmatism correction. Make sure that is lined up perfectly. We can put the clamp down on there. Yo, clamp that down. And I'm going to put 3 dots on your lenses. 1, 2, and 12. Oop, I mathed wrong. This is the right lens. We're going to put that there. Let's do the same thing now for the left. Plus 1, minus 175 at 170, plus 1, minus, actually, hang on, minus 175 at 170. Let's turn the axis wheel to 170. But first, let me highlight the power of the right lens, because again, you're going to get all the manufacturer's original packaging, so you know you're getting the real deal. Plus 75, minus 175 at 10, plus 75, minus 175. Now there's two ways to write a prescription, and plus cylinder on top or in minus. Years ago, they used to put the astigmatism correction on the front of the lens. Believe it or not, that curve that you see, that bowl shape, used to be on the front of the lens, and then at some point they reversed it to the back. So plus cylinder on the front, minus cylinder, minus astigmatism correction on the back. So, but these are the spherical Airwear T Transitions Generation 8 lenses with Crizal Avance UV Protection. And of course, if you don't like the little abbreviations, you've got it in big print right here, so you know the Essilor brand of Crizal. And this is the, come here, hey. This is the right lens. We're now going to do the same thing for the left lens. Plus 1, minus 175 at 170. Plus 1, minus 175 at 170. I can set that down for a minute. Take the lens out of the protective sleeve. Take the lens out. Pull the laminate off. Put the power drum on plus 1. Yes, that is correct. Can I get a 1? Close that. Make sure the astigmatism lines up perfectly. You have two curves on your eye, and I'll explain all that later. You know how to tell if you have astigmatism, or if you're ever going to need to wear glasses? I'm talking to his daughter Callaway. Do you know how to know if you're ever going to need to wear glasses? Do both of your parents wear glasses? Better yet, close your eyes. Is it dark? Okay, at some point in your life you're going to need glasses. Now, are you hungry just before you eat? Okay, at some point in your life you're going to need glasses. What about, are you sleepy right when you wake up and before you go to bed? Okay, at some point in your life you're going to need glasses. And this is, let's do this one this way. All right, we're going to do it that way. Okay, this is the left lens. Put that on there. Let's write on here. I haven't forgotten about Mabry. She's only 2 years old, so I don't know how much of this she's watching. Minus 75, plus 175. Airwear T Generation 8 with Crizal Avance. It's so long, the Generation 8, they had to put the GY, which stands for gray, on the next line. Of course, you've got it down here too, so. And this is the left lens. When you get these in the mail, you know that you're getting the real thing because you've seen my handwriting, you've seen me write it on there. And again, if you guys missed any of that, let me recap. You moan, but you'll be telling it in school tomorrow and telling it at work. So this is a block. I like to call it Jenny from the block. I need to attach this to your lens while it's cutting, so I need 2 double-sided adhesive stickers. Callaway, are you watching? Callaway. The black side is the sticky side. We're going to stick that onto the first block. We're going to do the same thing now for the second one. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. On the back, that silver button is a magnet. It's going to attach itself to another magnet there in the arm. Don't believe me? Watch this. Ooh, that was cool. Okay, so the reason why I put those 12 dots on there, I mean 3, I mean 6, I mean, yeah, 3. Sorry. It tells me that it's oriented in there just perfectly. Now this blue cross is the geometric center of the frame. Your eye is just above that in inset. These 3 things are the platform that the lens will sit on. This arm will come down, puts the block onto the lens, but that's what these 3 points are that you see there. You see my thumb? Can you see that? You see my index finger? That's my pinky finger. Oh, how silly can I be even when I'm sleepy? Okay, so line everything up. Make sure everything is perfect. Hit that, I don't see one thing. Oh yeah, the lens is large enough. Hit that button, the arm's going to come down, place the block onto the right lens. We're going to do the same thing now for the lens that ain't right, which I can relate to. And pull the paper away, make the black side sticky, line up the magnet. Same pupillary distance, same optical center height. We're going to line everything up. Make sure the lens is large enough and actually has the same power all over. So we're going to flip this around and do that. We're going to do that just like that. All right, maybe we're not. Let me make sure everything's lined up. Bit of a perfectionist. Let me start over. It only takes a minute to make sure that everything's perfect. +1, -175, +1, -175 at 170. Get everything in there lined up just perfectly so. Put 3 dots on the lens. (51, 19). Yahtzee, you sank my battleship. Okay, so I got the left lens. Oops. Get everything lined up. Make sure everything cuts out. Okay, and it will. And we're going to make sure all 3 of those dots are lined up perfectly. Hit that button. The arm's going to come down, place the block onto the left lens. Now this is the edger. This is what's going to do all the work while I run my mouth. That's fair. It costs $40,000. It weighs 200 pounds. I tell everyone to go out, put it on your kitchen counter or the handlebars of your bicycle, and then you can cut your own lenses at home. You won't need this guy with the 2 thumbs to do it for you. Now the actual cutting wheel is this dirty diamond crusted wheel that's going to grind away your lens material from this size down to this size. This wheel in the center that has that channel, that little valley, that's what's going to put the V-shaped bevel onto the lens so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. I want to wake the computer up. It is job ID number 1982. These are polycarbonate lenses. They were plastic, high index plastic or Trivex. I would select that. Yeah, I'm not going to polish the edge of the lens. I'm not going to put a safety bevel on the front convex surface of the lens. I'm only going to put one on the rear concave surface of the lens. And I know from experience I want to take this down, for starters, 1/10 of a millimeter before I even get going. Now I'm going to press this on there firmly. I'm going to place the magnet. Now the magnet's going to do its job a second time. The first time it was here in the arm. Now it's going to go into another magnet here in the chuck, or as I like to call it, the Charles, just because I don't know this machine well enough to call it Chuck. So I'm going to hit the green start button. The door closes, the clamp shuts. The lens is going to be traced by 2 white styluses, making sure that it's large enough to fit into the frame. And you can see as this go around tracing the shape of the right lens. And the old carpenter saying, measure twice, cut once, measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know where to place the bevel for the least amount of edge thickness, of which you will have none with this prescription in this frame. Now you're getting ahead of myself. Water is going to be spraying in the background to catch the optical sawdust as it comes off the cutting wheel. Polycarbonate lenses cut dry, meaning that no water sprays onto the lens for the cutting cycle. Now water will spray onto the lens only for the last 20 seconds to wash away any optical debris that you may see beginning to form. My watch just reminded me that it's 7:30. I need to take the recycling out for pickup tomorrow. But plastic, high index plastic, and Trivex, those are all different lens materials cut wet, meaning that water sprays on them for the duration. Now, I just got finished cutting some high index lenses. Some 174 ultra high index. Those things stink. They smell like rotten eggs. So I still smell a little bit of that, so I'm going to back away. But your lenses are made out of polycarbonate. Polycarb is 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. It is virtually unbreakable. These are high-impact ballistics grade lenses, the same lens material that our soldiers wear overseas in combat zones to protect their eyes from shrapnel and flying debris, in their own Oakleys, by the way, US-issued Oakleys. It also has 100% UVA and UVB protection built into the lens. We know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can do to your skin. In Vilonia, Arizona, where your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin. So you have permanent sunscreen for your eyes, unlike the lotions, creams, and sprays that need to be reapplied every couple hours when you're in direct exposure to the sun. Also, the Transitions lenses have 30 to 40% ability to block the harmful blue light emitted from today's electronic devices. So you're not compromising anything with these lenses. You have the Crizal Avance, which is 3 features in one. Crizal is a treatment. The first part of the treatment is it reduces glare when driving at night, particularly driving at night in the rain, but from street lights, stoplights, computer screens, overhead fluorescent lights, and such. The second feature is it reduces reflections. So when someone's looking at you, they're less likely to see a reflection in your lens, or if you take a selfie, you're less likely to see the camera, the phone, and of course if someone takes a picture with a flash, you're less likely to see the flash in the lens. So water has begun spraying on the lens, which tells me it's in the last 20 seconds of the cutting cycle. Out comes the lever. At the end of that lever is a spinning disc that's going to apply the safety bevel to the back concave surface of the lens, just to smooth everything out that's left over from the cutting cycle. So in just a moment, oh, that stinks. Just getting near it, I can smell that 174 high index material. So ask me again why I like using poly, because it don't stink. I'm sorry, that was grammatically incorrect. Kids are watching. It don't stinky. Okay, let me clean everything off with my thumbnail. Tuck it in at the outside corner. Press down with my thumbs. It snaps in there perfectly. Let's do the same thing for the left lens. Flip that over to L. L is Latin for not right. For those of you who haven't studied Latin yet, you can take my word for it. Take my advice. I'm not going to use it. So, all right, I'm going to place the magnet into the Chuck, the Charles, the Chucky baby, the Chuckarama, the Chuckster, the Chucky-Roo, or tonight I'm calling it the Brandon. Hit the green start button. Ooh, hit it this time. Adjust my camera. The door closes, the clamp shuts, the lens will be traced by two white stylus again, just like before. This time it's tracing the shape of the left lens. Follow my finger, ding, you can turn the page. And of course measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know where to precisely place the bevel so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing, of which you got none. You see that? See that, kids? You got none. No edge thickness. Nada. Niente. 9. Low. How many times do I have to say no in other languages before you believe me? So pull that away. Use my hand-approved drawing method. Throw that back in there. With sticker, without sticker. With sticker, without sticker. With me, without me. With me, without me. Add this to my sticker collection. Actually, you know what? Let's put it right here for now. Let's come down here to the lens. I'm going to spin the axis wheel back to 10. Put it in over that black dot. And read the power, and I am getting... Where's my flashlight? You know, I've got a smaller flashlight, I just can't find it. I'm getting plus 75 starting at 0, going into the black, a quarter, 50.75, 1, but we're just before the 1. That's because the unit of measurement we use in the optical world is called a diopter, spelled D-I-O-P-T-E-R, starting at 0 and going upwards. Like I said, 0.25, 0.50, 0.75. So you're on the third rung of a ladder. You are far-sighted, so you need 3 steps of magnification. That's why there's a plus sign to see far away. Now, once everything is the correct size, you have 7 steps of astigmatism correction. Uncorrected astigmatism makes 6s and 8s look alike, or the letters P and F. Think of it as the fine-tune knob. And we're going to turn that fine-tune knob to 10. A straight line is 0 to 90 to 180. We're going to turn the fine-tune knob to 10. So let's check the second curve. When I say second curve, you have a curve on your eye this way, plus 75. Yes, I've got ink on my thumb for when I press down on that. Don't look at that. No, don't look at it. Don't let that distract you. Focus here. Focus here. You have a curve this way. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Look, I'm going to play thumbsies. Can I do that? 1, 2, 3, battle. Oh, it won. The ink always wins. So, you have a curve this way. Are you still looking at that? And a second curve this way. That's how we line up those curves. To make everything nice and crisp. I tell you, when the clown gets to laugh at work, it's a good day at work. The clown's always entertaining everyone else. When I get to laugh, that's good. So, minus 175 starting at plus 175. We're going to subtract 175 from that to read the power on the second curve. And we end up at minus 1 in the red. Come on, flashlight. There we go. Minus 1, exactly halfway between 0 and 2. That's because if you had 75 cents, but you owed somebody $1.75, you would be $1 in the red. Look at where we're at. So let's come down here. We're going to check make sure the left lens fits, and then we'll check the power, known as the final inspection. We're going to dry everything off. Run my thumbnail around. That's the point in the video I always cough. Okay, I've never done it before, but going forward, I'm going to cough every point in that video. Going forward. So, tuck it in at the outside corner first, using my thumbs, press down at the nose. It snaps right in. Take the block off, pull the sticker away. Again, use the back of the hand drying method. Drop that in there from high up. Yes! Nailed it. Let's turn it this way so it's like an eyelash. We're going to put that sticker there as the other eyeball. Come down here to the lens. You haven't seen that in a video before. Come down here to the lensometer, spin it to 170, and then I'm going to tell you something really cool. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm saving that for the next video. No, okay, so we're at plus, if all goes well, I'm going to read +1. We're going to spin back into the black, and we're getting +1. Imagine that. Wow, this guy is good. So -175. So you need one step more. You're on the 4th rung of the ladder in farsighted correction for your left eye. Same amount of astigmatism correction. So we're going to spin that back to minus, and we're going to end up at -75. One tick mark away from 1. Again, if you had $1 and you owed someone $1.75, you would be 75 cents in the red. That's where we're at. Now, your powers are very close. +75 and +1. That's only one step difference. Same amount of astigmatism correction. Now, the first two numbers are real values to be concerned with. This last number could be anywhere from 0 to 180, but what is really cool, you would think 10 and 170 are very far apart. They're not. This is the really cool thing. Again, a straight line is 0 to 90 to 180 to 270 for those of you keeping score below the equator in Australia. So we're going to turn that axis, the fine-tune knob for your right eye, to 10. For your left eye, we're going to turn it to 170. 170 is 10 degrees away from the 180 line. 10 is 10 degrees away from the 180 line. That makes sense. But 170 is also 10 degrees away from 180. So that's pretty cool to me. Okay, I'm going to cough twice now. What, you don't think that's cool? Okay. All right. Hey. Hello, is this on? You know, you guys need some serious entertaining if that's not cool to you. So, pupillary distance of 68. I'm going to turn the card around so you can see. I'm going to place the PD stick against my thumb on your right lens. And then we hold it up to the left lens. We're getting 68 millimeters, so that is cut perfectly. Let me check the optical center height of 19. 19. Place the PD stick then, and then when you look at the middle of the bottom of the frame, not the bottom of the lens, the middle of the frame itself, we're at 19 millimeters, because again, there's a bevel, and the lens itself has a V-shaped edge, a knife-like edge. 19, the kit is good. So this is the portion of every video that as I clean your lenses, I like to mention that when you get these in the mail, and of course free shipping in the US, and something else I always like to point out now, all purchases are tax-free. They always have been, but a lot of people on the internet are now having to charge tax. Unlike me, I am in North Carolina. North Carolina considers eyeglasses a medical device, and there is no tax charged on medical devices. So you don't have to pay tax when you purchase from me. All purchases are tax-free forever, and free shipping anywhere in the US. And Vilonia, Arizona is still in the US. But by the way, this frame sells for $173. The Transitions Generation 8 gray lens adds $99.99. You can also get it in brown. It does not come in the paper package yet. I have to have those custom made. Same as the green. Actually, I need to check and see if green's available. I do believe it is. You have the Crizal Avance. Crizal Avance is $99.99 for a total of $372.98. Once upon a time, I had a calculator. Is it hiding? You know, if I knew people were going to be watching, I'd clean up. This is my recycling bin. That's supposed to be that way. This is when I go rob a bank tonight. I'm going to put this pantyhose on my head. No, what it is, it's an extra filter. You guys want to see something new? Behind the curtain, so there's water that pumps from this tank into here. This is the first filter. The screen catches the optical sawdust. And this is the sawdust, believe it or not, left over from cutting your lenses. That white residue right there. So every day I empty that out. But there is a second filter inside of here. It is a pantyhose that collects more sawdust. Very fine stuff that gets through this filter. This catches the coarse stuff. That stocking, that pantyhose, catches the fine stuff. And I empty that out every night. And of course I do that with the 167 in between because it stinks so bad. I try and get it out of there so there's less of that. The reason why that water is all white, that's from the 174. Ooh, let me put that back, although I'm going to change the water out tonight. It takes about 12 gallons of water to fill that up. But I replace every night. I put a new stocking there, and that catches the sawdust, and then I toss that out. That keeps the water clean. So, yes, as a grown man, I buy no nonsense knee-highs, the 10-pair value pack on Amazon. Amazon knows me for these. Amazon Prime, and then that's my recycling. Okay, have you seen enough? Oh, but the frame, okay, 173. I had a point here. 173 plus 99.99 plus 99.99 for a total of $372.98. Tax in North Carolina 7.5%. You would pay an additional $27.97 if I were not in North Carolina. But because I is in North Carolina, or as I like to say, I is in North Kakalaki. I's from North Kakalaki. But I'm going to get these, but when you get these in the mail, and again, getting back to what I was saying about free shipping, there's a small chance that these would be too loose or too tight when you get these. However, there's an 80% chance that one side is going to sit higher than the other. That's because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other. But because of that statistic, 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments if you ask them. But I'm going to get these in standard alignment first, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. I set it down and press. There is no wobble. When I say wobble, I am part of that 80%. When I take mine off, they wobble. Can you see that? They wobble on the little Morse code. Help me! Help me! They wobble on the counter, but they sit level on me. For those of you keeping score at home, I'm wearing the BMW 6045 in color 50, which is a blue tortoise because I'm always wearing some blue and some brown. I love the blue-brown combination. All right, let me put mine back on so I can see what I'm doing, yo. Flip that over, press down. There is no wobble. Close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly and that neither temple is askew. Now, I send out a selfie request in every package. Callaway and Mabry, make sure that your dad sends me not just one selfie but two. Let me clean that a little better. One with inside with them clear, one outside with them dark. The new Transitions Gen 8. Clean, clean, clean. But yeah, I send out a selfie request in every package, but also send out cleaning instructions, not only to care for your frame and lenses, but for your Oakley cleaning cloth, your Crizal cleaning cloth you're going to get, and the premium microfiber cloth that I provide, and as well as instructions on how to care for your case so it too will last you for years. No other seller on the internet does that, I am told. But I also like to field test every cleaning cloth before I ship. So if you get these in the mail, you see that wrinkle in there, you know it works. You can't come back and say, I can't clean my glasses with them. Don't give me that. I've seen that it works. So, all right, let me put that back up there. So this is what your lenses look like first time. And before I forget, Brandon's lovely daughter Callaway and Mabry, but Callaway is 7 years old and is into softball and dancing. Now, I don't really dance much because I'm old and my knees hurt and my back hurts and I got a toothache and I got a runny nose to boot. But I do finger dance. Does anyone else finger dance? I like to... That's me dancing, really the high kicks. Ooh, 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 ooh. Grab your partner, do-si-do, grab her. Okay, how's it go? Something like that. But I finger dance. And now you have two couples, a man and his wife, dancing with another man and his wife. Actually, wait, that's the man, that's his wife. And they're going back and forth until a fight breaks out and then everyone has to go home because they're not acting right. Okay, shall I get back to work? You know, I think I'm sillier than Mabry. Mabry's the grown-up one. I'm going to ask her for advice. So, this is what your lenses look like the first time before they have been activated. I'm going to expose them to a strong burst of ultraviolet light in my transitions box. I'm going to turn them on. As you can see, it takes about 30 to 45 seconds for transition lenses to darken. It takes a little bit longer when you come back inside, 45 seconds to a minute 15. Now, Brandon, Callaway, and Mabry, pay attention. All transition lenses will get dark on day 1 and continue to darken every day for the first 2 weeks they're exposed to the sun. After that, they will work for years at maximum performance. The only time transition 7 and now the new 8 won't work is if you're behind the windshield of a car. Your car's windshield absorbs the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays that would cause your dashboard to crack from sitting in the sun all day, and that's why they don't turn dark in a car. Now, if you have a convertible or a motorcycle, they will darken. They're also temperature sensitive, which is important since you live in Vilonia. They will get darker when it's 85 and below than they will when it's 95 and above, but I remind everyone, when it's 100 degrees outside, you're miserable, they're miserable. Nobody works 100% when it's 100 degrees. We all work better when it cools off. Now you can see how fast it's turning back to clear. That's the amazing thing about the Generation 8 lenses. Don't worry, they're going to keep getting darker. Come on, Brandon, we talked about that. Don't you remember? Stay with me. Pay attention, Brandon. So, what else was I going to say? Now, the new Generation 8 will get 30% darker than the Transition 7. They both have the same amount of blue blocking ability, about 30 to 40%. The Transition's Extra Active will get about, and the new Gen 8 get as dark as the Extra Active, but the Extra Active will still get about 30 to 50% dark behind a windshield, which the Generation 8 will not do. Now again, if you like this and want a pair, you can click on the link below in the description. That'll tell you how to get a pair. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram as freeprescriptionlenses.com. On Twitter as freerxlenses. By the way, everyone watching, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. And then click the little bell so you can get future notifications when I'm going to be silly and more videos. If you have any questions and you don't mind typing a very long email address, you can email me at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com or simply click the Contact Me button on the website. But Brandon, Callaway, Mabry, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. And Brandon in Vilonia, Arizona, thank you for the purchase of the Oakley. There's a box around here somewhere. The 8046 color 03, the gray shadow in the 55 eye size. And now everyone else has got a chance to see how I can be so silly and also bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.